Oh goodness, big mistakes. What's up, guys? I spent 8 hours on the water in my Jackson Big Rig FD for a tournament on Winona Lake with Indiana kayak anglers, and I'm gonna show you what I did for my setup on that day. Guys, first off, I just want to thank you guys for watching this video, taking the time out of your day to be interested in this video. So if you have any questions about the Big Rig, just let me know. Drop in the comment section below and ask any question that you have about this kayak, and I would love to make a good video for you to give you the best possible content to be able to make the best decision on if this kayak is for you. So drop those questions and comments in the comments section, and I'd love to make a video about it. And secondly, if you're interested in obsessive level reviews on products and things like the Jackson Big Rig FD, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You can expect me to absolutely obsess over this boat so that you know if it's going to be a good purchase for you. First thing you're going to notice is that I honestly probably have a pretty simple setup compared to some people. I have 3 rods, a Garmin 7X SV, a phone holder, my Yak Attack 13x13, and a Visipole as well. So I keep it pretty simple because I don't want to be cluttered out there in the water. In fact, don't overpack. Back here I keep my Yak Attack Black Pack 13x13 where I put my Visipole, and rarely put rods because I don't like getting them caught in things. I've got my water bottle holder here. I put it behind my seat so it wouldn't get in the way, but you need one. If you don't have either of these things, they're essential when you're out there on the water. Over here on my Mark IV Flex Drive, there's a gear track in the middle. You can put maybe a camera, maybe a fish finder. I put my fish finder there one time. Didn't go well. My feet ran into it unless I wasn't wearing shoes. Didn't love it there, so it's best to put it on the left side so you can run your through hole management for your cords and put all your batteries up there in the front. Got my phone holder up there on the front as well, so whenever I've got a fish I can take that quick picture on my catch board. I've also got over here the Yak Attack switchblade, which holds my transducer for my fish finder. Makes it really simple the way I've got it set up there. Now this Yak Attack switchblade is something that I brought over from my U-Pick, and I had my fish finder on that paddle kayak, but I found that the only issue with this setup is that it gets in the way of the horizontal rod storage, so often I don't put the tips in the tubes. I just lay it on top of the switchblade and into the handle holders there by the seat. Jackson did their prop system. Having this little through hole access to get the weeds out came in handy on tournament day, but also for something that's a little bit goofy. I actually found that I peed in it, and it made it so I didn't have to stand up on my boat and pee off the end. When you're on the water for 8 hours, you don't want to get off the water to pee, and so I just peed through that. Up here at the front of the boat, you have your watertight / water resistant section hatch up here, and I've got my wires up in there attached to my fish finder. Got my Naqua Yak Attack battery here as well, along with all my tools that I need to adjust my switchblade and my flex drive as well, to be able to adjust something, tighten bolts, all that stuff. That comes in handy when you're out in the water because you never know what's going to really happen. Over here, your through hole access, it allows you to have less wires sitting on the boat, which I absolutely love. And it opens up and closes up really quickly. You got your insert there, it gives you your in-hole access from the front of the boat. One thing I was nervous about with this kayak that I heard about from another review by Yakety Mac, I think it's called, I think his name is with this. This is your rudder control. You have it on both sides. And with this, if you have a hook hooked in here, you could theoretically hook yourself. So one of my suggestions is either putting this farther back or just hooking them either up in your first eyelet or up here on your fishing reel. Trying to have good rod storage is a battle. I keep it really simple. I like to have 2 bait casters and a spinning reel. I may move up to 4 someday, but this horizontal rod storage comes in handy so you don't run into trees along the way. So I normally keep it as simple as possible so that I don't have a mess in the deck. Put my catch board here. This is not optimal. I think I'd eventually like to go ahead and move and add an attachment to my black pack to have that behind me rather than in between my legs. As you guys can see, I keep it pretty simple on this kayak setup for my tournament day. Other than the Garmin and the electronics there,
I try not to overcomplicate it so that I can just enjoy fishing, get out on the water at an affordable price. If you guys have any tips or tricks or anything that you think I should change about this setup for my U-Pick on tournament day, or if you have any ideas, I'd really appreciate if you drop that in the comment section, so that I could get some advice and maybe improve for my next tournament here on the White River.